Hi kids, in this video we're going to talk about creating a claim and a thesis based on facts and evidence. So you've done a lot of research and you've gathered a lot of information on whatever your topic may be. Now it's time to try to decide how to organize all those facts and information that you found so that you can write a decent, good paper. And what you want to do is have a very clear thesis or claim. And your thesis or claim is the conclusion you come to after you've done all of your research, and it's what your whole paper is going to be about. But your thesis and claim needs to be backed up by clear facts and evidence. And you want your facts and evidence to be really strong. See the bridge over in the right-hand column? You want your facts and evidence to be really solid and lead the reader through your paper so that they really understand your claim and thesis. If you have rickety facts and evidence, like the bridge on the left, then nobody's going to understand your paper or understand the point of your paper, and they'll just fall through and land in the river.
All right, so what is a claim or a thesis? Okay, these words can go hand in hand with each other. So when you're creating it, you can think of it as a claim or as a thesis. They both mean the same thing. So this is the idea or the conclusion that you come up with based on the evidence and facts you found from the text. So you're going to find your evidence, and then you're going to look for how you want to make a claim from that evidence. So for example, if you were writing a research paper on Scotland, you might come up with a claim or a thesis like, the history of Scotland and the United Kingdom is a turbulent story. And you would use evidence from your research to explain how it is a turbulent story and what the issues were between the two sides. So good claims are supported by facts and evidence that you have organized or categorized into different reasons throughout your research process.
So let's take a look at this chart. Okay, I have an upside down triangle here. So we start with our evidence, all the research we've gathered, our notes from the articles we've read. Then we start to group and categorize that evidence together, our notes, what we've written down from the articles we've read. Once we have 3 or 4 reasons, then we can think of those reasons as the body paragraphs, and they will support your larger claim or thesis. So again, if your claim or thesis is the history of Scotland and the United Kingdom is turbulent, then your reasons support that. So maybe your first reason has to do with warfare and the conquering of Scotland. And maybe your second reason has to do with the way England and the United Kingdom treated citizens of Scotland once they were conquered. Okay? And all of your evidence would then support those reasons.
All right, so let's talk about the process and how we would come to our claim or thesis through our research. So first we're going to come up with some evidence. So here you'll see an example of school lunch. So we have some evidence that students are hungry, they can't focus, our brain's going to work better with fuel, schools that increase lunch portions show achievement increases. So we put together all of our research into our evidence, and then from that we need to come up with a reason and then a claim that we're going to use in this paper. So a reason might be the bigger portions will help students in achievement. So then that helps us create our claim or our thesis, like the school should improve the quality of lunches. So in this process, sometimes it's good to start with your research, look at all the things that you found, then come up with a reason, and then create a claim or a thesis that really covers all of the research and evidence that you've found.
And here you can see that the reason bigger portions will help students' achievement, that would just be one paragraph. And within that paragraph, you would cover all the evidence in purple. But then you would have a second paragraph with a separate reason. That might be something like, in addition to bigger portions, the food should be healthier. And then you might have a third reason or a third body paragraph that would talk about maybe the length of lunch needing to be longer because students need more time to eat. Okay, and all 3 of those reasons then support the claim with their evidence that the school should improve the quality of lunches. So let's take a look at this article. I found this in a book, and it's a whole article, but I've just taken one paragraph. And you can see in this paragraph that the article was about the Mexican-American War, and the reason in this paragraph is people in the United States had mixed feelings about the war. So the thesis or the claim of the article had something to do with the Mexican-American War, and it was backed up by several reasons. And the reason for this article that backs up whatever the claim was is people in the United States had mixed feelings about the war. Then notice how the author goes through and he supports his reason with evidence. President Polk was eager to fight. So were many other people. Thousands rushed to volunteer. Slave owners saw Mexico as a place to extend slavery. Some people thought of themselves as patriots. Some Americans said the United States was acting like a bully. So the paragraph supports that there were pros and cons to some people having mixed feelings about the Mexican-American War. And the evidence and then the reason support a larger claim in this article. Okay, we hope you understand claims and reasons and evidence, and now you can go off and try to begin to make your outlines for your papers. Go ahead.